Power on Kali Linux and Metasploitable Linux. Log into your Kali Linux. After you log in, launch Firefox browser. Then try to launch any website. Maybe you can take ultramutual.com for now. Click on sign in. Everyone are familiar with this testing website called ultramutual.com. Okay. Username is jsmith and demo1234. This is the password. After you log in, view account summary. 8002, 8003, go. Okay. Transfer funds. Try this activity. Try to transfer 50 rupees from savings account to credit card. Click on transfer money. Okay. And you should be able to get a success message with something like 50 rupees, 100 rupees successfully transferred from one account to another account. I want everyone to try this activity. Can you try now? Log into the portal, transfer the funds, and then confirm in the chat window. Try to do it in the Kali Linux because we get a tool called Burpsuite that will be useful for us for some cases. Done. Last 2 minutes. Very simple. Log into the portal, click on transfer funds, select one account and try to transfer money to the credit card. This is a normal activity which any user can do. Have you ever heard the news like some person is able to place an order for 2 rupees for a product worth 90,000, or someone are able to book tickets for 1 rupee for a ticket cost 20,000 rupees? Have you guys ever heard this news? Anyone? No? Some e-commerce applications, the product might be saying like it will be around 90,000, 80,000, but the attackers know they try to place it with 1 rupee, 2 rupees. The reason is they try to intercept the request between client and server and they modify the details. And if there is no server side validation means on the server, if they don't validate the cost, we are going to place the order with the same price, whatever we give. We try to override the pricing. The similar kind of concept exists for any kind of request in case if you want to tamper the data or modify the data. Let us see the same case here. Now, transfer funds, I click. From account 8002. This is my account number, right? And I want to send it to the credit card. Assume like I want to send 10,000 rupees. 1, 2, 3, 10,000. In the drop down, as of now, it is listing only 8. What is this figure? 8 lakh 2, right? 8 4 zeros to savings account. What in case If I want to send from 8 8 lakh 1 to credit card, is it possible? Yes or no? If yes, how can we do it? It doesn't matter whether it succeeds or not. I want to raise a request from an account. 8001 belongs to whom? 8 lakh 1 account. Someone in the database. It might be belongs to someone else, but we don't know the exact customer details. Without knowing that also, like I can modify the transaction details and then check for the request, or I can process that request. How do we do that? Anyone, any clue? How can I update it from 8 lakh 2 to 8 lakh 1? 8 lakh 2, 8 lakh 3, and credit card. These three are my accounts. But there might be some other accounts belongs to some other customer within the database. No idea? You guys can guess how to perform that. Inspect. Yes, we have tried some similar cases by using inspect. Do you remember what is the vulnerability we did, or we overwrite client side validation? Client side validation we overwrote, right? Inspect. And for cross-site script, yes, for cross-site script, we have updated the maximum length, but I don't think that is possible in this case. Let us give a try. Right click, inspect, try to locate that element. Okay, here it is. Again, expand 8002, 3, and credit card options are there. But we need to list in the drop down, no? Exactly. Let me locate that. Where is the mouse icon? Locate the exact element. Okay, size is equal to name. But here we are not able to select the exact account, exact name. What shall we do? Remember, for any kind of, if you want to intercept any request between client and server, client is the browser and the server is algromutual.com website where exactly it is hosted. If you want to modify any kind of details or tamper any of the request details, normal request, let us see about the normal request. This is the normal request, right? Inspect, network, scroll down. This is a very, very important concept, whatever I'm teaching it today. Click on transfer money. Once that is done, you get a success message. This is a request and response parameters, cookies, headers. Scroll down. No, I think we have missed that request. Let me try it one more time. I give 1 to 3 and then transfer. Transfer money. Okay. There are some filters. I have selected everything. This is a request which I am trying to trigger. So this is a transfer and it is a post request. And you can see some of the request details like what is the amount and how you are sending, parameters, from account to account, transfer money, and these are some of the parameters in the request. I want to update from account or to account or anything. How is it possible? Okay. I'm going to introduce a tool called Burpsuite. Okay. Very important concept. You need to know how you can configure the Burpsuite tool. Go to the dragon icon menu, then search for Burpsuite. launch the Burpsuite. Launch Burpsuite tool. Go with the default options. I don't want to do any update. Click on close. Temporary project, yes. Use defaults, yes. Then click on start burp. Use burp defaults. Then click on start Burpsuite. Okay. Now, by default, proxy. There are multiple tabs are there. Go to the proxy tab. By default, interceptor is on. Click on that so that it will be turned off. Now, go to the options. Just check what is the proxy IP address and port number configured. Do you guys remember what is the loopback IP address? What is the loopback IP address? One 127.0.0.1. Remember that is very important for configuring the Burpsuite loopback IP address, and default proxy port number is 8080. The same thing, it has been configured by default. Now go to the interceptor proxy intercept tab. Right now interceptor is off, but if you want to intercept any request between client and server, you need to configure the browser also behind the proxy. How to do that? Very simple. Firefox browser, go to the menu. There is an option called preferences. Search for proxy. Then click on settings. By default, it is set to no proxy or system proxy settings. You need to configure to manual proxy configuration. Select this for all protocols, 127.0.0.1 and 8080. Now click on OK. That's it. Proxy is configured in both. Now I want to capture this request so that I can do some modifications for that request. I want to change 802 to 801. It doesn't matter whether the request succeeds or not. I want to give a try. Now turn on the interceptor. Go to the Burpsuite. Under proxy interceptor, click on the interceptor is on. Now go to the browser. Give some amount. For time being 123 I put, but the objective is I want to send a transfer from 801 to credit card. As of now 802 is there. I intercept this request, then do the modification. That's it. Click on transfer money. So the request has come to Burpsuite tool now. So before it hits the server, the request comes to the tool. And if you want to modify any details in this request, you can do that. So you can see that from account is there, to account, money. So I try to give from account to 8001, which is the account belongs to someone else in the database. And I want to send to my credit card number. The amount is like 1 lakh. I want to transfer to my credit card. 1, 2, 3. I don't know whether it works or not, but I'm trying to send it. That's it. So what would I do? Click on forward. Now go back to the browser and see what would have happened. It failed with error saying originated account is invalid. Let us try with a different account number. Okay. You can make use of repeater instead of capturing each and every time. Invalid account number it says. Let me try with a different account number. transfer money, capture the request, right click, send to repeater. The second option from top, send to repeater, so that I need not capture every time. I can use this request for n number of times. Let us give a try for 8005 or 8004, 8 lakh 4. Okay. I'll try with 1, 2, 3 only initially. If it works, then I try for a huge amount. Click on send. Yeah, this time looks like it is success. Instead of 8,000. Okay, let me try the same thing under proxy. 8004. And I want to transfer 1 lakh some change. 1, 2, 3. 1,23,000 forward. Go back to the portal. Okay, here it still says originating account is invalid. Doesn't matter, but this is how like you can intercept the request between client and server. We are stopping the request before it hits the server, and then trying to modify some details. Okay. But in the Burpsuite tool, we get the success message, right? Let me see what is unable to render. Okay. Here also we might be getting the similar error, I guess. Fine. Can you guys try to do the same thing? Try it out. Whether you are able to successfully transfer or not able to transfer, it doesn't matter. I want you to capture this transfer funds request. That is one request. Another one is view account summary. Okay, let me turn off the interceptor. View account summary also need to capture. Once you capture that view account summary, hold on for a minute. So here, view account summary right now, it has 8 lakh 2. Click on go. I capture the request, take it to the intruder or repeater. Go to the repeater. Now I want you to try with account details of 8,000, 8 lakh 2, 3. 8 lakh 3 belongs to me. How about 4? Send. I'm able to get the details of someone else's account, someone else details. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. 8 lakh 5. These two are the tasks which you have to do it now. Okay, your time starts now. 10 minutes to go. If you don't have the lab setup, you have to do it. Try to get this lab setup done at your free time. Is it clear, or you want me to explain one more time? Basically, you need to configure the Burpsuite tool. Very important topic for manual penetration testing. Try it out. Okay, just hold on. I'm going to explain you one more time about the configuration. Later, you try to intercept the request. So the yes, and then the proxy interceptor is on. It will stop each and every request. Turn it off and try to stop the request whichever you want it. Okay. So first launch the Burpsuite tool. By default, proxy interceptor is on. Try to click on that so that it will be off, and ensure like your proxy IP address and port number is 127.0.0.1 and 8080. Once that is done, now launch ultramutual.com from, go to the browser, Firefox browser, then configure the proxy settings. How do you do that? Menu, preferences, then search for the proxy under network settings, and select the manual proxy settings. Use this proxy server for all protocols. Give 127.0.0.1 and 8080. Then click on OK. That's it. The configuration is done. Then whatever is the request you want to intercept, Before intercepting the request, you just need to turn on the interceptor. That's it. Take it to the repeater if you want to try a few more cases. Okay. Try this one. Later, I'll ask you to intercept one more request. As of now, transfer funds and view account summary. I want everyone to intercept these requests, play around with that. Then after 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a one more request. Okay. Fair enough. Your time starts now. 8 now. 8 18 8:20. 12 minutes. Try to capture these two requests, use some different account numbers and amount number, and then try to see if you are able to get some details. How many of you are done with it? Sorry, yes. How many of you are able to intercept the request between client and server? One, Ishwar. Then any kind of request, Preeti done. Chandrakala, okay. Shukur, Chandrika, Manikanda, PC11. Another 3 minutes. Try everyone. I'm going to explain about intruder. Intruder comes with different modes. Let us try one scenario in intruder now. We'll use altromutual.com, not altromutual.com, DVW for it. Metasploitable Linux, turn it on. This is just a Linux operating system, Metasploitable Linux. I'm trying to turn it on. Okay. And the username for login to the system is MSF admin. Password is MSF admin. That's it. Website is ready. And IP address is 192.168.150.128. Okay. Let me turn off interceptor. It is turned off. 192.168. 150, 128. 128. Enter. DVWA. The password is admin and username is admin, password is password. I want everyone to intercept the request of brute force. Ensure security is set to low. DVWA security, set it to low. And click on brute force. We have the username and password. The way how it works is, if you provide valid credentials, it will give you the success message. If you provide invalid credentials, it will not give you the success message. For example, admin password. Password is password. Click on login. So it says welcome to the password protected area, which means that the username and password are correct. I give some other details, some invalid details. Click on login. Username and password is incorrect. So this is just like a login page for any kind of application. The thing is, I'm going to give you 5 usernames and 5 passwords. You have to figure out, or it can be 5 or it can be 100, whatever it is. You need to figure it out which username and password combinations are correct. For that, you have to intercept the request. For time being, I give test as a username and password is password1. Okay. As you know, like if you want to intercept the request, you need to turn on the interceptor. Go to the Burpsuite browser, click on login. Now the interceptor is on, the request will not hit the server. It will go to the tool. Okay, we have got the request to the tool, and you can see the parameters as well. Username, password, then other parameters are there which are not so important for us for now. What I do is I can take this request to the intruder, right click, send to intruder. The moment you take this request to the intruder, that intruder tab will be in orange. Target as it is remains same. Positions. Remember, by default, it will select multiple positions. You can see the test is enclosed with dollars. Password is enclosed with dollars. And even PHP session ID security. I don't want all these to be dynamic parameters. So I click on clear. Now instead of snipper, select battering ram. Okay. Battering ram, pitchfork, cluster bomb. Let me go with cluster bomb. I'll explain you the differences. Select test as a variable. Click on add. Select password as a dynamic variable. Click on add. Something which we need to try for different usernames and passwords, both username and password. You need to select the value, not the parameter. Now go to the payloads. Cluster bomb, battering ram. Go to the payloads. Okay. Try to give some usernames and passwords. 1 second, guys. 2 positions I have selected, and it is listing 2 payload set, 2 payloads. So payload 1 is a username. I give something like admin, and then user 1, user 2, user 3, Gordon, B. These are the different kinds of users. Select the second set of payloads. You need to give some passwords. Welcome, password as password, ABC123 or ABC1 and 123. 5 passwords I have, and usernames combinations. Let me remove few. 5 users and 5 passwords. So it is going to try all the combinations of users and passwords. Total 25 requests it is going to try. The thing is, you need to figure it out which combination is perfect by triggering these requests. 5 users, 5 passwords are there. Okay, we'll give a try now. So the entire positions has been selected and payloads has been given. Just click on start attack. Automatically, the tool will trigger the login request for multiple users names and passwords. With this, it will be helpful for us. If you want to try these combinations manually, definitely it is going to take a lot of time, right? Okay, we have got the result. 25 requests we have finished in just 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Is there any valid username and password out of this list? Anyone? Valid username and password. I didn't give admin and password. Maybe other combinations we have to check. Can anyone tell me? Is there any valid combination of username and password just by looking at these details? So once you trigger these kind of attacks, you should check for status. Is there any difference in the status for any kind of request? But all the requests, whether it is a successful message or it is unsuccessful login, we are getting 200. So we'll not be able to differentiate with respect to that. How about the length? Is the response length is same for all the requests or is it differing for some of the requests? 4882 for most of the request. 4953 is there for one of the request, 4953, and other request 4882. So we see some difference in the response size when you try to give Gordon B ABC 123. It might be, there might be chances like this, but this will be a correct combination. Okay, it is not 100% sure, but 99% this combination will work because there is some deviation in the response. You can try it manually now. Go to the proxy, turn it off, and go to the DVW application. We checked with the tool. Gordon B is the username. Password is ABC123, which we have found it from the Burpsuite tool. So we are able to get the details. So this kind. So as of now, I tried with 5 users and 5 passwords. Assume like you need to try with 200 usernames and 200 passwords. Manually, it is going to take a lot of time. So instead of that, we use tools like Burpsuite or Hydra to perform this brute force attack. Brute force attack means try with all combinations of usernames and passwords till you get the login succeed. Okay. So I would want everyone to intercept this request. Try the same scenario now. Okay. 7 minutes. Very simple. Intercept the request, take it to the intruder, and then select the positions, give the payloads, and then trigger the attack. After that, you should be able to see some difference in the response length. Try it out. Done? Where are we now? How many of you are able to intercept the request? Try to practice this Burpsuite intercepting the request between client and server, and then modify some details and get familiar with Burpsuite. Tomorrow, you may have to capture some request in tomorrow's session as well. Okay, I'm giving this for assignment. You need to capture this brute force login request and try with different combinations of usernames and passwords. Very simple, no coding is involved. Just you need to know how the tool works. Okay. Okay, then take this for assignment. And once you are done, maybe you can post this uh, Burpsuite attack responses with a different size. Okay. Fine then. See you tomorrow again at 7:45. Thank you guys. I'll be uploading the class immediately now.